Hi, my friends. It's Miss Clap Rich coming to you on this beautiful spring day. The sun is shining. I hear the birds singing. Spring is here. It's amazing. And did you see my little friend hanging out on my shoulder? He is so cute. This little guy you can find all over different places in Alaska. He's got a long bushy tail and really good hearing in these ears. You know what kind of animal? This is a fox. Isn't he cute? You may have seen one out in the wild somewhere. Should we check out what his name is? Oh, Sly. I like that name. Have you ever heard that saying? Sly, like a fox. It means kind of sneaky. That's pretty cool. So speaking of our fox, we're gonna do another card today, which is called Fox Ears. And let's see, it says, pretend you have tiny fox ears. Put them on. What do you hear? So come on over, we're gonna go outside, or I'm just gonna at least open the door so we can pretend like we're a little fox. Put on those fox ears. Pretend like you can hear everything and listen. I hear a lot of birds chirping. I hear a car going by. And I hear someone talking out in their backyard. It's so important to sometimes, just listen to what's happening right now. It helps you not worry about what's gonna happen tomorrow. It helps you not worry about what happened yesterday. It helps you just be in this moment and enjoy all the beauty that's around us. So try that sometime. Just go over to the door or step outside and listen to all the cool sounds around you, just like a fox does. All right. So we just added 2 more leaves to our thankful tree. I just added one about springtime. I'm just so thankful that the sun is out. And remember yesterday I showed you the little pussy willows that I found on the tree, which means that spring is here. The little pussy willows, they're really fuzzy and soft. And that's where the leaves and the flowers bloom off of those little blooms there. Or buds, I should say. So we got springtime, and then I put wildlife is another thing that I'm really thankful for. Every time I go out for a walk, I see another new bird or a squirrel or or even like a little neighborhood dog or cat running around. Just some sort of animals or wildlife that I really like seeing outside that makes me really happy. So why don't you come on over and we'll discuss what we're gonna talk about today. So, remember yesterday we worked on our little coupon book because we were working on trying to fill other people's buckets and do nice things for them? So with our coupon book, we had to think to ourselves, if I was going to give a coupon to my parents or my grandparents or one of my siblings, what would they like? What could I do that would make them feel good? Let's see, we wrote, one giant hug. You said, I will make your bed for a week, or we'll play one board game together. All of those things would make someone feel good about themselves and make them feel loved. But you had to really think about what would that person like, because everybody's different. And in order to do that, you know what you had to have? It's a word called empathy. Empathy means trying to understand how someone else feels. What makes them feel good? What makes them feel sad? Understanding what they feel. So come on over here. Do you see all these shoes that I have lined up here? What could we possibly be doing with all of those? Well, when you have empathy for someone, there's a saying that goes, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Have you ever heard that? I bet some of your teachers have talked about it before. When you are putting yourself in someone else's shoes, that means you're stepping into their life and trying to see things the way they see it. You're putting yourself in their life as they see it right now. So an activity you could do at home is actually take a pair of shoes, maybe just one from each person in your house, make sure it's okay with them, and practice this together. Practice having empathy with each other. If you're still a little bit confused as to what empathy means, don't worry, we're gonna keep talking about it, and then I think you'll understand. So I thought we took this big pair of shoes, and I thought, let's pretend these belong to an adult in your home. Maybe an uncle, a dad, a grandpa, or you could grab your mom or an adult woman in your house's shoes, and you put yourself in their shoes and you think, what life like as, let's say dad, these are your dad's shoes. What is life like as my dad? He works really, really hard at his job. And now with the virus, he's not able to go to work right now. He has to be at home and maybe isn't getting paid right now. How would that feel? I don't get to go see my friends at work. I don't get to work hard and bring money home for my family, which I really like to do. How does that make me feel? I probably feel kind of frustrated and kind of worried about my family. But you know what? You could also think, well, at least my dad gets to spend time with his family now. That probably makes him feel happy. See, you're having empathy for him, trying to understand what it's like to be your dad. So let's try another pair of shoes. How about these could be your siblings? So we'll say you have a older sister, let's say. So you're putting on your older sister's shoes and you think, what is life like for my older sister? You pretend like you're walking in her life. So she doesn't get to go to school anymore right now. She doesn't get to play basketball anymore. She is feeling lonely, not being able to go see her teachers and friends, but she still is having fun hanging out with me and her other siblings at home. So how is she feeling? She's probably feeling pretty frustrated and sad not being able to go to school, but maybe she's feeling relaxed and happy at home. So that's trying to understand how she's feeling, okay? How about these could be your neighbor who lives alone. Maybe it's a grandma or someone in your family you know that lives kind of far away and is living alone and not having a lot of contact with people right now. And you think, how would I feel if I was living all alone and I couldn't see anybody right now? I'd feel sad, I'd feel confused, I'd feel frustrated. Can you imagine that? But you know what would make them feel better? Is probably getting a phone call or having someone drop off goodies for you. So that's having empathy for them. And you know what? The last shoes I was thinking we were gonna talk about today, I was thinking that these shoes could belong to a nurse. Because you know what? Right now, nurses are working even harder than they ever have. They work so hard all the time, but especially right now with people being, having the virus and people getting sick. Nurses, can you imagine what would it be like to be a nurse? You're worried for the people that you're working with. You're very busy and tired and you're taking care of people all day long. Oh, that must be really tiring. Is there something that you could do to try to help a nurse feel better? If you know a nurse or a doctor in your family, you could thank them for the hard work that they do. Maybe when some of this stuff with the virus has settled down, maybe you could even write a thank you note to the nurses at the hospital. Or maybe you could even do that now and just say, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking care of us. They would love that. So just empathy, trying to understand how other people feel. And it's especially right now when you're spending so much time with the people in your family and maybe people are getting a little snappy because we're kind of frustrated, we're kind of cooped up inside, and you can just, instead of being kind of mean or snapping back at them, have empathy for them. Try to understand how might they be feeling right now. Life is very different for everybody right now. So have empathy for them and try to understand what life is like in their shoes, okay? So our last thing that we're gonna make that goes along with having empathy is I drew this shoe a little bit ago. I'll show you how to draw it. And then at the bottom I wrote, if you could walk a mile in, and I thought you could put whatever family member you would like. I put my big brother's shoes. You could put my grandma's shoes, my uncle's shoes, whatever it is that you want. And then you're gonna fill up on the top of the shoe with different things like, let's imagine your big brother loves basketball. So if you could walk a mile in my big brother's shoes, you would know that he loves basketball. If you could walk a mile in his shoes, you'd know that he misses his friends. If you could walk a mile in his shoes, you'd know that he loves to read. And you just keep going and going. And it's just important to know the things, you know, about people in your family. So imagine if you were in his shoes, what would life be like? Think about things that are important to them. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'll quickly show you how you can try to draw the shoe. So on the bottom, start with the pencil. In case you make mistakes, you can erase it, and then you can go over it with a marker. So you can kind of draw along the bottom and curve up a little bit. And then on this side is pretty easy. You'll just draw straight up. And you'll draw a little part of a circle. Whoop, nice. Then this one, another kind of a straight line down. We'll want to connect that. And then, see, that's looking pretty good so far. I think you guys can do that. We'll do, actually, I know you can. We'll do a straight line across the bottom, and we'll go up here. And then for the laces, because the shoe that I was kind of trying to make it look like is kind of like this shoe. And so, let's see, you can kind of see that. And we'll put one more line here. Another line here. And then the little flap on the top of the shoe, you can make a little extra flap here. And then for the laces, I just took my marker and kind of just started to try to make some thick little laces every like inch or so, all along here. And then you can kind of decorate the shoe if you want, however you'd like. Maybe if you're doing your big brother, you could put, like if he loves basketball, you could draw basketballs on the shoe or whatever it is. And then maybe you could even show it to your family member that you made it about. Or you could ask them, hey, I'm doing this thing about you. What is life like in your shoes? Or do one about your teacher. What's life like as a teacher? Just think about what life is like in someone else's shoes. I know you can have amazing empathy for other people, okay? Because when you understand what life is like for someone else, you're much more patient and kind, because you know that if they're being angry or upset, there must be a reason behind it. Put yourself in their shoes and try to understand why they might be acting that way, okay? So I'm so glad we got to spend time together today. Sly the Fox and I were really happy to see you again. And please know how special you are. You're amazing exactly as you are. Get out and enjoy the sun today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.